Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. How to quit your 9-to-5 job. You might be sitting at home working a 9-to-5 job that you don't really like that much, and it might be very stressful for you. And it might be something that you really just don't like doing, and you think that you're like, there must be a different way, to live life. There has to be another way for me to live life, you know what I mean? In this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can do that and how to kind of take the steps in order to advance in your career and to chase your dreams, my friends. The first thing that I want to do, because I'm not really working a 9-to-5 job right now currently, and so I kind of wanted to just give you my tips on how I was able to leave my 9-to-5 job and work for myself for the majority of the time for right now. But so the number one thing that you have to take into consideration first is, well, not take into consideration, but you have to be grateful. Something that we can kind of overlook and stuff like that is just, being grateful for the things that we have. You are able to make money from that 9-to-5, whether you like the 9-to-5 or not. You have to be willing to put your pride to the side and say, I'm grateful that I'm here, because it's making me money at the moment. And if I wasn't here, then I probably wouldn't be making money right now, so you have to be willing to say, thank you, universe, for providing me for this job. I believe that we're all in our right place at the very right time. So, if you want to leave your 9-to-5 job, you have to first be able to give gratitude to it. Say thank you for putting me in this position. Even if it might not be something that you really enjoy doing. When I was working my 9-to-5 job, I didn't necessarily like it that much, but I was grateful for having it. And if you've worked jobs before, you can say that if you're working at a better job than you once were, then you can say that you're grateful for having a better job than you once had. So I think it's very important to, in order to kind of grow out of the 9-to-5, you have to first acknowledge how grateful you are, and that you're there, and that the universe put you in that position. So first off is being grateful. I would say secondly is, you have to have an idea. What's something that you really enjoy doing, or what is something that you think can make you money? Whether it's a big dream or a small little thing that you think can make you money, you have to come up with ideas. And that'll come with gratitude. The more and more present you are in the moment. And I know it's hard to be present when you're working that job. Trust me, I was, when I was in the job, it was very hard for me to be present. But, the more and more you're present within your job, the more and more quicker you're going to be able to leave, and the more and more ideas you'll be able to come up with, so it's not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that right now, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, if you have a belief system that is strong, if you believe that you can leave the 9-to-5, I think that's another key. But I'll go into that later. But you have to have, ideas. Start coming up with things that you enjoy doing. If you want to become a YouTuber, or if you want to become a musician, take baby steps every single day. I know that you might be very drained when you come home, but try to find time, before you go to work, or just try to find time without your day. I'm sure you're not working, I know that most of you guys aren't working 7 days a week. So, maybe on your off days, take times where you're free to take steps into the career path that you want to achieve, so, whether that's music, whether that's writing, whether that's creating merchandise for people, whether that's, selling products, whatever it may be, big or small, it doesn't matter. The universe will grant you whatever you want. You just have to believe, and you have to come up with ideas. Ideas and dreams manifest into money when we take radical action. So one is being grateful. Two is coming up with ideas. Because ideas are a start. When you have an idea, the more and more you think about that idea, the more and more you're going to start to come up with ideas of how to act on that idea. And the more and more you act on the idea, the more and more you act on the idea, the more and more you are able to, the more and more steps that you're going to be able to take within pursuing that career, that dream that you want, in order to quit the 9-to-5 job. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. So, and then the third thing that I want to get into is you have to believe that it's possible. If you don't think that you can leave your 9-to-5 job, if you don't think that you're worthy enough, or if you don't think that there's enough money in the world, you have to stop believing that, because the moment that you step into those beliefs, then that ultimately manifests as your reality. So that this can be very dangerous. The more and more we think of, ways that it couldn't go down, is the moment that we step into, oh, it's not going to happen, and that goes straight into our subconscious mind. And so something that you have to realize is that your belief system creates your reality, meaning that someone else might have the people who don't think that big dreams are possible are usually people who work 9-to-5 jobs, like, a lot of the times, And so you have to be able to believe that it's possible to leave your 9-to-5 job. It's going to take time. It took me about, like, when I wanted to leave it took me about, like, how much, let me see. Yeah, it took me about 6 months, I think. Yeah, 6 or 7 months. But yeah, so it's gonna take some time in order to be able to leave that position. Sorry, that my counting's not the best, but yeah, it's gonna take some time. So you have to first off be grateful that you're in that position, and even if you're not a very grateful person, you can always act grateful. And the more and more you act like you're grateful, the more and more it'll start to program into your subconscious mind, even if you're faking it. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between when you're joking or when you're not. It is just on language, and it vibrates. It has a certain frequency. So yeah, first off, you have to be grateful for that job. You have to come up with ideas of how you're going to get out of that position, and just steps that you want to take in order to pursue that career, and to take steps into how you're going to get out of your 9-to-5 job by working on your career. What are the steps that you're going to take, action wise, towards that career that you want to fulfill. And then the third thing was belief system. You have to believe that it's possible. You know, if you don't believe that it's possible, then it's gonna be a lot harder to manifest that. And so, you know, in reality, your reality is all manifestations from what you have manifested in your life. Meaning that whatever you have in your life currently, or whatever your life situation is currently, it's what you've manifested. You know, so yeah, it comes down to those three things, guys. I hope this video helped you guys out. And because I know it can be hard, you know, especially if you guys have very stressful jobs, but you know, it can be done, and it's the universe is abundant. You know, the universe doesn't know lack, you know what I mean? There's no lack in the universe. You know, I'm sure you guys have heard of money doesn't grow on trees, but in reality it does, because it comes from paper. You know, we print the money. So money technically does come from trees when you think of it that way. But so yeah, thank you guys so much for making it this far into the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you just want to say hi, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, my friends. Love you guys.